In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my live trading session. The instrument we are trading is the S&P 500 mini futures. The time frame is 2000 tick chart, and I'm going to be relying on pure price action as the candlesticks are printed on the chart. I need to identify the structure, the overall bias. So the bias of the market right now is bullish, which means I need to locate some channel because prices are always following some channel. So I'm going to connect the first couple of swings at the very bottom. I'm going to connect it with this swing, and we can see that we have quite a decent uptrend. Not that many confirmations of the uptrend so far, but important thing for me to realize is that I'm not looking to sell right now because EMA is pointing up and we are trending higher. So I'm looking for high probability setups to pull back to the key entry point so I can consider buying. The trend is quite strong. We can see a lot of small bars just slowly but surely working higher. Price action is right now correcting, which is where I'm starting to pay attention. I need to respect the corrections because there's a trend line rule applied even for the corrections. So I'm drawing the short and downtrend and I cannot go long as long as this correction is in play. Okay, but this was still quite a strong uptrend, so I'm not thinking about selling just yet. I want to see this downtrend playing out, and then I want to see push above EMA and take possibly filled second entry short to resume the bullish uptrend. So right now we can see that the EMA keeps rejecting prices. I'm still waiting for the downtrend create a break a new extreme. If I want to go long in this situation, I need to see push above EMA that is going to confirm the bullish momentum and a failed second entry short. I don't want to pick a bottom because this move down was so strong. I decided to redrew back to overshoot because this was such a decisive push down. So right now I'm just waiting this correction out. I'm just going to be trading the price action I get, not the price action I want. So I'm just waiting patiently for market to offer me some nice high probability setup. The bearish push was way too strong, so I'm just sitting on my hands waiting. Right now prices are pushing back above the EMA. Gives us chance that we may create a new extreme for this uptrend. We had the overshoot, which can create a stronger bearish pullback, which is exactly what happened. And right now I'm observing if this wider uptrend is going to get confirmed. The market formed a larger two-legged pullback, and because we had a main bullish bias, this is why I was sticking to tighter channels for the downtrend. I was treating it as a more of a visual two-legged pullback. We actually had a failed second entry short above the EMA, but it had pushed so far before it formed, so I really wanted to see a second entry long, which there's a micro double top, so I had to reset the count. But if you took this failed second entry short, not a bad idea because EMA held once, twice. It is a failed second entry short off the key entry point, and the larger two-legged bearish correction played out. We have a two-legged pullback. We're pushing above EMA, so I'm expecting a failed second entry short high probability setup to resume the bullish bias to get the new extreme for both channels. I was looking for two-legged pullback second entry long at the EMA, but EMA keeps holding every single time. But notice how the second entry long is forming very congested, very signal bars. So this is not really a good area for me to go long, even though I expect for prices to create one more push higher. Unfortunately, it is just forming so congested, so I can't really go long here, even though it is a second entry long and we expect for market to create new high for this medium channel as well. So our uptrend created a break, couple legs to new extreme. The bearish correction is in place, so right now I'm going to be pausing my longs, letting the bearish correction play out and wait for price action to unfold. Very easy to follow the overall bias. It was bullish, but unfortunately local price action didn't allow us to see a nice high probability setup. So bunch of first entry longs on the way up. It's quite rare, but it can happen. We still got time in a day to get some nice high probability setups. Alright traders, I was looking for a high-low confirmation setup. Bottom trading range held, strong push above EMA, but there is no tick below, so we don't have a first entry short. So technically I don't have high-low just yet. Let me see if we can get some chance, but it looks like we're going to rail up higher. So in that case, I'm going to look for second entry long at the EMA because we traded up into this trading range. You can see flat EMA, a lot of price swings up and down. The market cycle is shifting to trading range. We have wide double bottom and a strong push above, so my bias is mainly bullish. All right traders, I'm back from my break. As we can see, I'm adapting to wider, bigger uptrend because prices keep trending higher. We had a breakout pullback off the trend range, and now we keep working higher. So right now I respect the short and downtrend. We have a small break new extreme. I'm going to observe if we push above EMA and get a high probability setup because the bias is bullish. Alright traders, I'm resuming the video as I entered a breakout pullback higher low because we have downtrend working lower, consolidation. As you can see, we have a small trend range. prices sharply broke above the trend range, above the EMA. It is acting as a breakout pullback of this congestion. EMA keeps holding. The signal bar is not the best, but I believe the context is okay because right now we have an uptrend working higher. And you can see this setup is very similar to what's happening here because you have a spike up into trend range and you want to be buying at the bottom of the trend range. So we traded up into another sideways structure and the correction is depleting. So once again, once the correction is depleting, this is where I'm starting to go long. So this is a high-low breakout pullback. And also you can see the visual as a new low, kind of like a first leg, first entry short pullback, second leg, second entry short failure. So visual second entry short failure on a larger time frame, and it is high-low breakout pullback of the EMA. And you can see this is a weak uptrend. So I want to let the correction play out. We have first leg down, break, second leg down, and we got film. So I'm going to instantly move my stop loss to break even because anything we make right now is just a bonus. And I'm going to leave one contract as a runner in case market does something unexpected. So you can see the market corrected in the form of a two-legged pullback, similar to what happened here. First leg down, break, second leg down. The bearish momentum depleted after two-legged pullback. However, I can really go long below EMA. Only after we push above EMA and the bias is confirmed, this is a decent high-low breakout pullback. So finally we got our first trade for the day and hopefully we can get some decent runner at least. Alright, traders, we have a new high, first entry long, second entry long at the exponential moving average. So we have another great high probability setup, which if I wasn't holding a runner, I would re-enter right here and you can see it already worked for a scalp. So we had a high-low breakout pullback and a nice first entry long, second entry long. Because you can see the micro two-legged pullback, downtrend played out with the break, new extreme. I'm going to mark it. I'm trailing my stop loss below this swing. So let's see if we can squeeze some points out of this runner. Alright traders, we got stopped. So we took 4.5 points on the runner. So this was a high-low. And then you had a nice two-legged pullback, second entry long, right at the EMA, which managed to give you quite a decent scalp. Alright traders, I'm going to wrap it up with my one single trade. I decided to mark even this high-low, which is hidden, failed second entry short. It is hidden because there is no trigger below this first entry short. But if you go on a smaller time frame, you will have a trigger, new low, sort of like a first entry short pullback, second entry short failure. Great strong bullish signal bar off the EMA and off the trend line. So technically high-low, but a more advanced trader can figure out that it is a hidden failed second entry short. And then I also decided to mark this failed second entry short, which was new low, first entry short, pullback, second entry short, which this time, because you have micro double top, which resets the count, is also sort of like a visual second entry long. So you can see you have to work with the aspect of the two-legged pullback, but it's a failed second entry short and it resembles a visual two-legged pullback. Other than that, not that many setups. Most of the setups came second part of the day. And now we're looking at 10,000 tick chart, the hard time frame that I use for my analysis, because you can see the price action still works in every single time frame and in every single market. Now you don't necessarily want to be taking setups on this time frame because the money management system would have to be adjusted because the bars are really big. But once you see a two-legged pullback, second entry long here and a second entry long here at the EMA at the key entry point with the direction of a trend, it can solidify your analysis on 2000 tick chart and give you confidence that the setups you're seeing with the direction of a trend on 2000 tick chart are also a great high probability setups on the higher time frame. So this is how I just keep the 10,000 tick chart open, just on another tab, just glancing it here and there to see what the market is doing. I'm not frantically over analyzing this because I'm paying the most attention to the 2000 tick chart, but this is something I just keep an eye on and see if I can spot some easy trend line to draw to help me identify the bias and if there's a high probability setup forming, so I know that I need to start paying closer attention on the 2000 tick chart. I hope you had a great trading day. I'm gonna talk to you next time. Good luck with your trading.